The following portion of Daytime is sponsored by Older Lundy, Koch and Martino.
When a loved one is battling alcohol or drug addiction, you may feel the need to step in and address the problem. Well, one way is with help from the Florida court system through a process known as the Marchman Act. These cases can be complicated and emotional for everyone involved. And here to tell us more about the laws in place for substance abuse treatment is Ben Older, the co-founding partner of Older Lundy. Thanks so much, Ben, for being here with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So tell me, what is this Marchman Act?
So the Marchman Act is a law that was enacted by Florida to allow Florida to step in and to actually force someone who's got drug and alcohol, any kind of substance abuse problems, to go to treatment for up to 90 days.
Okay, I think a lot of people have heard of the Baker Act,
right.
So there may be some confusion here. What's the difference between this, the Marchman Act, and the Baker Act?
So the Baker Act is more of a crisis issue where somebody's got a psychological problem and they maybe have they're having an issue with their own problems that they might have for themselves at that time for a brief period of time. Whereas the Marchman Act is designed for a long-term solution to someone who's got substance abuse issues and they need help getting better.
So explain for me who really can use the Marchman Act in regards to the family or the loved ones.
So anyone that has actual knowledge of the person who's got the substance abuse can bring a Marchman Act. So it can be anyone in the family, brother, sister, child, parent, aunt, uncle, but it can also be a friend. It can be someone who's in the workplace, boss, a coworker, any person that knows about the substance abuse and can tell the court why they should go to treatment or why that person should go to treatment can bring the act.
So I can imagine that there's alcohol addiction, and then with the rise in the opioid crisis, you've probably had a lot of experience with this.
So I've been doing marital and family law for almost 20 years, and we've seen these issues grow and grow and grow. So it can be, oftentimes you've hit the nail on the head, it can be prescription drugs as well. They get overused, and once they're overused and maybe overprescribed, and if people can't get them anymore, then they'll actually turn to street drugs. So yeah, it can be a pretty big problem.
What does the process look like? Because it's a ripple effect for so many people involved, and I'm sure you're there to help them through every step of this.
So someone will contact me and say that they've got a loved one or a friend that's got an issue with substance abuse, and then they will file a petition with the court to get evaluated. The court will grant that petition if it meets the standard, and then the police will actually go and pick that person up, take them to an evaluation center. They'll get evaluated, and once they're evaluated, if the evaluation comes back that they actually should go to treatment, then there's another hearing where the judge asks that person, do you want to go to treatment willingly? And if they say yes, the judge goes ahead and signs the paperwork to send them to treatment. And if they say no, then they come back a few days later for an actual small hearing, just like a little baby trial on whether or not that person should go. There's evidence presented, and if it turns out that the judge believes that that person should go to treatment, then the judge will send them to treatment for up to 90 days.
Wow, and I take it through all of these moments, you'll be there to guide them along the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I help them fill out the paperwork for the initial assessment, and then I will represent the person bringing the act in all stages. And if there's any contempt actions, meaning that the person sent to treatment doesn't do what the judge says, and they can go to jail until they actually do what the judge says. It's called contempt. It's not a punishment, but it's basically something to coerce the person to do what they've been told to do. So I will represent the person bringing the Marchman Act in any of those stages.
Wow. All right. Well, Ben, thank you so much for breaking that all down for us. We appreciate it.
Sure.
And if you would like to get more information, you can visit olalaw.com or call the number there on your screen, 813-254-8998. Daytime will be right back.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by Older Lundy, Koch and Martino.